One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine or 10. Testing. Testing. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12. Testing. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. Mount, let me borrow $5. Oh, my bad. That's wishful thinking. My bad. Much better. Want me to move on? Testing. One, two, three, four, five, six. I gave you my best performance so far. That was the best I had. Nothing. I don't eat breakfast. Oh, come on, Alvin. Man, drop your wallet at least, man. Don't drop the microphone. Drop the wallet.
Hold up. One,
Probably throw it right back at
two,
you.
three.
Right. Here, brother. Here. I got you. Okay. Testing. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. I'll let you borrow money then. Testing. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. And then last one. I got you, man. Testing. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. You the first person that would be in the history of someone came and get robbed like that. How would you announce that? You the first person that got robbed.
Testing, test. Testing, one, two, testing.
One, two, three.
Again? We good?
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Am I good?
so many guys of minutes after the last game when some of the starters, played heavy minutes. What's the value in that in a game like this?
Well, I think it's really important because those guys deserve it. I think I made a big mistake the other night not playing the bench more. I thought down the stretch we weren't able to get stops against Marquette because I just kept guys out there too long. So no matter what, I was going to make a conscious effort of making sure we got to the bench.
And then starting Rodney for Deshaun.
Yeah, Rodney. It was. I've been thinking about it for a while with this team because Rodney protects the big guys a little bit better than Deshaun. But we were struggling a little bit in the second 10 minutes of every half because Jay was going out there and he was the only ball handler out there, and he was working hard, but he was just getting stuck with the ball every single time, and I needed another point guard out there. And for me, it just made more sense to be able to put the ball in Deshaun's hands, let him be able to make plays with the basketball on the break where he's really good, give him a little bit more time with the ball than off the ball. And, we've worked, that's how we practice. So I was never getting to that in the game because of starting him. So it was just, a simple, let's protect the big guys with Rodney and let's protect the second unit and give Deshaun a better chance of being successful by putting the ball in his hands.
And forcing 8 turnovers in their first, I think, 10 possessions. How much did that kind of set the tone?
You know what? We didn't practice very good on Sunday. Everybody's feelings were really hurt. I let them have a bad Sunday, and then we came back yesterday and practiced really good yesterday. We were very spirited. We were very focused. And I thought that first group, that first possession, we went into Julian right away because we just didn't get the ball enough. And again, a new team trying to get used to who to throw to, when to throw it to. And I thought Julian set the whole tempo with we threw it in. He didn't rush it. He kicked it out. We got a wide open 3. Even though we didn't make it, I really thought that set the tone because I was on the team when we watched film on Sunday about getting the basketball into Julian Reese. And so for me to make the conscious effort to throw it in the first possession and then for him to kick it back out after he didn't get that many touches, I just thought he set the tone being unselfish. And then defensively, they make a prayer in the first possession, but it was as good a defensive possession as you could have to start the half. So I just thought we kind of got them on their heels right away.
Hey, Coach. Just wanted to ask what you saw from the new starting lineup. What you like?
We really nothing that much drastic. I mean, we started off against Florida Atlantic, 15-0, and we started out today good. Again, I think the biggest thing is just I think we're able to space the floor out a little bit better. Rodney's obviously a very willing shooter, where Deshaun's much more of a willing passer. So now when you have, obviously Jacoby, who's shooting a very high percentage, Selton, who's a very good shooter, and now Rodney, you have 3 guys who are ready to pull the trigger, where Deshaun's a much more, I'm going to try to make the next pass guy. I thought it put a little bit more pressure on their defense.
And then you guys are playing, I think it's 5 or 6 sub 300 Ken Pom teams this non-conference. What do you take away from games like those or against opponents?
I don't know. Manhattan beat Fordham. So sometimes Ken Pom's full of shit.
Kevin, first off, how's Jordan doing?
Jordan's fine. He bruised his. He had a slight bruise yesterday in practice. He could have played. I watched him in warm-ups and was just kind of like, we got Villanova, Bucknell, Alcorn, and then Big Ten play coming up. So it was more a little bit more. That was when I say game time decision, I didn't make the decision until about the last minute. But he's okay.
And then with Jay and with Malachi, 2 guys at different ends of the experience spectrum, just what do you feel like they can get out of a game like this, and how much do you think they are a factor for you moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think, our schedule is the same as everyone's schedule. You play these games and you play Marquette's because you got to get tested and see what you have to work on, and then you play these games because you have a really, really good young player like Malachi Palmer that needs game experience. And the more Malachi's out there, the more everyone's seeing how good of a player he is and how active he is. So, and Jalen's a great leader. He's he's a very mature young man that knows who he is and is very comfortable in his own skin. And I think he's great. He's great for Malachi. Excuse me, I apologize.
Kevin, a few instances where we saw Selton get really aggressive, sort of just trying to create his own shot. I know slightly slow start to the season, just coming off the injury, but what have you seen from him as he's gotten maybe a little more comfortable?
Yeah, Selton's still trying to figure everything out. I think he'll get more and more comfortable. I think he'll get better and better as the year goes on. I think he's, came off the bench last year, and now he's starting, and whole new team. More for him being off the ball is a little bit more of a learning process and a little bit more of everyone just be patient, let him get comfortable. Thank you, everybody.
Juju, Coach Willard said the first set of the game was kind of intended for you, trying to get the ball inside. Kind of, how do you feel, when the coach is drawing up the first play for you, and how do you feel like you're maybe gaining comfort in the offense?
It means a lot. Coach having that confidence in me for the first play to, kind of break the ice after, our off days and whatever. And, I feel like the important part for me and the growth for me was not like taking it up on like two guys after coming off a game was not as much shots, and I feel like that's growth for me, and I feel like as far as us coming together, I feel like we learn to play with each other and learning where each other want the ball and stuff like that, and I feel like it's all coming together.
Yeah, for any of the guys, how much did Friday, kind of the disappointment there, kind of get you refocused and locked in, especially defensively early in this game, to set the tone?
It makes us grow. It's good that it's early in the season for us, so we can see what we did wrong and we can improve on it. But Coach Wheeler just keeps saying, keep improving every day, taking day by day, so we can improve both ends of the court.
Rodney, I know that you stepped into the starting lineup, and you've played with these guys before, but what was the biggest change for you, playing with that group?
Just playing that first 4 minutes, just energy level, just trying to maintain my energy level, and just keep competing, really. Nothing big really changed for real.
And Rodney, just kind of building off that, I guess physically or mentally from a prep standpoint, I guess, coming off the bench or starting, I guess, do you feel like you kind of have to adjust, what's kind of being asked of you, or what kind of maybe your role is?
Not really. I don't think my role really changes. I'm gonna play my game regardless and play within the team. I'm not gonna change my game just because I'm starting, no.
For Selton and Rodney, after Marquette and heading into this game, was it a point of emphasis just to get the ball inside to Drew a little bit more?
Oh, yeah, for sure. They had no shot blockers over there today, and, we was emphasized just keep the bigs, keep the bigs happy and keep the ball, he was consistent with it, so we just keep feeding him.
Yeah, if I was in their position, I would want the ball every play as well. Like, they didn't have nobody to match their size and intensity, so we just kept feeding them.
Juju, you've been a part of this program for a long time. This is actually the second largest win in program history for you as a veteran of the program. What does it kind of mean to be a part of that piece of history?
It's great, especially coming off a disappointing loss the other day. It feels good to have guys that I know can bounce back so quickly and and just set the tone and put us on notice like this.
Hey, Rodney, was it a surprise at all to be inserted in the starting lineup tonight? And when did kind of Coach Willard tell you that you were going to start?
I mean, in practice, I was with the first 5, so not really, no. The first practice after Marquette.